What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That's caught by A.J. Brown. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Wilson's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a first down. Throwing again, Mahomes. And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Monarchs take a 6-0 lead right away. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Prescott opening with a pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. David Long getting to the spot that time. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down, here's Dak. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Dak. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Another throw for Prescott. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Brought in right side. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Dak throwing again. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Condors finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Condors start off well to tie things 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. They get to him and bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. After the sack, another pass on second down. That pass complete to Goddard. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Mahomes to throw for it. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Prescott here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to Houston in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at 1st down here. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Now Prescott. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. Escapes the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Koo able to put it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Caught, nice gain left side. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. He's on the move. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Mahomes to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The big play nets them 17 yards. And that gives them the first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. Barkley's got it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've hit the 2-minute warning. And it's the Monarchs facing 2nd and 5. Another throw for Mahomes. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And in for the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Monarchs take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Monarchs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Monarchs grow their lead just before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Monarchs drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Cut out left. And he takes this down after crossing the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Dak. Buys time, rolling right. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blitz coming, Dak. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. A desperate heave here for 6. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Dak. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 4. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third down run by Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They kick the running back in motion. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He finds some space again. A gain of 27 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
And they send a man in motion. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kelee Ringo picks it off. And the Monarchs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Condors take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. David Long getting to the spot that time. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, Prescott. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense.
And he runs it across, touchdown. The Condors parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They aren't taking the offense off. All right, leaving him out, trying for 2. He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Going to be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looks like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Chased out to his right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Condors take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept at breaking up those passes.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing again is Dak. On target to Dobbins. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler, gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That heater is going to fall to the turf. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. The Condors pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Condors take a slim 2-point lead. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Condors are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Dobbins. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Condors lengthen the lead at the end of the third. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they pick him up again. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Nearly an interception on that play, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. They got to secure the pick before anything else.
Connects on the crosser. Gets some space around midfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Monarchs have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Offense in the hurry up here. Play action, Mahomes. He puts some juice on it, brought in inside the 20. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. Able to get it to Barkley. Touchdown! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Prescott to throw. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He's back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Condors up by just a couple of points. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running back sent in motion. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes again. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now, here's 3rd and goal. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And in for the Houston touchdown. A should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Condors push the lead to 2 scores now. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Here he is to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
A touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over 1st and goal. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hauled in by Dobbins. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So hard work